Welcome to the Enterdacypher podcast. You know who it is. It's your host, your yoga instructor, your Pilates guru, I guess. I don't know. Cypher Da MC, the Muhammad Ali of MCs, here once again, bringing you another episode. It's August 14th, 2022. We're about to embark on another week. No matter what you have planned this week, know that prayers and blessings I'm sending out to you, that you have an extraordinary week, that whatever goals that you have set for yourself, that they are accomplished. And with that being said, you know we definitely have to get our disclaimers out of the way. I'm not a guru by choice. I'm not a, I don't have any masters or doctorates hanging on my wall. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist or relationship expert. I am just a regular Joe Schmo. Okay? I don't have any degrees or anything from Harvard. Just giving you the benefit of my experience, perspectives, just some relatability as we embark on this journey to continue to be the best version of ourselves as the Creator intended. So, with that being said, we're just going to jump right into it, because I want to share a few things with you, if I may. If I may, can I sit down next to you? Is this seat taken? Awesome, thank you. No, I don't want any tea or anything. I appreciate the offer, though. As I like to often do, is just use myself as an example. I don't want it to ever be looked at that, wow, he seems to be talking from a soapbox, or, telling us what to do with our lives or how to do it, and he doesn't have his act together, and I don't. That's the best part. That's the best part right there. Is just giving you the journey, the journey, speak, so to speak. We're walking on the same path together. We're just side by side, trading stories, letting each other know, hey, you know what? You're not alone in this. You're not alone in this. You may wake up one morning and be like, man, I wonder if anyone else has to go through, what I'm dealing with. Pick me. It's likely that I've been there in some shape, form, or fashion. And if I haven't, then I'm not really going to speak on it as much, or be able to give any type of, backstory or background, because I haven't been there myself. But oftentimes, whatever I bring to the table or bring to you, the audience, my MCs, Cypher Nation, is because I've dealt with it either personally or I'm dealing with it now. So with that being said, as I often state, currently I'm trying to get things in order. So, good news on the I guess technology front there. I did get another computer. I have another one coming here, and even though it's an older model, it still has the functionality that I need to continue to do what I've started. Like I said, I truly believe in consistency and things of that nature. So I just wanted to share that with you there. And this all ties into today's topic. Pump your brakes. It's okay. Pump your brakes. It's okay. Trust me, I get it. Once, at least for me, I like to use myself as an example. For me, when I start something, I want to be able to finish it. Whatever project it is, because creativity to me is just an access to some internal pool that the Creator has instilled in me. I wasn't blessed with great height or anything like that, or great athletic ability or anything, something like that you would say, wow, he's just a natural this or a natural athlete or whatever. I can more than likely outrun most of you. I'm just saying, with a head start. But no, I wasn't blessed with those intangibles. Despite the voice, I'm not a singer. I can't hold a note. I couldn't carry a tune with help. I could not. I was in Glee Club in college, which was pretty cool. But I had to focus on what I was good at. And what I was good at is using my voice and then tapping into that pool, that resource within me to kind of say, okay, what is the message that I was put here for? But it can be overwhelming. I know. If you're a new entrepreneur, or if you thought about being an entrepreneur and starting a business and trying to get everything in order, I got to get this documentation for this, or this documentation for that. Appraisals need to be done, inspections need to be done. This proposal needs to be done. Oh, I got this meeting next week. It could seem like an ongoing, non-stop ride. And if you don't leave yourself some time to catch your breath, if you don't leave yourself some time to kind of, to just kind of recoup, you're going to pretty much, in a way, almost spiral out of control. And, you're just going to drive yourself to a point of where you stop altogether. So I'm telling you, pump your brakes. It's okay. It's okay to slow down. Now, I realize there's some things that are, of course, time sensitive. They have to be out by the day. This has to be out by the end of the week. We have to give this a moment. And I understand that. But when we are so mentally and emotionally involved, it can take a toll on us physically. And we start to feel drained. We start to feel, like we're slowing down from a subconscious level. We're just kind of say, oh well, It's almost like we lost a little bit of our fire, that spark that set us on this journey in the first place. And I'll admit, I was feeling like that, up until a few days ago. Well, at least for the last few days. And I was like, oh my gosh. For me, being an up north kid, I'm in the South now. Being an up north kid, I used to see, I call it my New York state of mind. My New York state of mind. Born in the Bronx. And if you've met any people from up north, if I have any listeners from up north, maybe you can attest to this. I think that it's true to a certain degree. If you ever meet anyone from up north, and I'm not talking about the ones that, you may think, oh, they're rude, they're pushy, they're loud, they're blah, blah, blah. You gotta love them. They have this hustler mentality. They believe in getting something done. Like, okay, you're a person of your word. You say you're going to get this done. You say you're going to get it done on Tuesday by 3 o'clock. Here it is, Tuesday, 2:30, and you know when you're finished. What's going on? What do we need to do to get this done? They're very, solution oriented. It's a hustler's mentality. And I don't mean hustler as far as, they're trying to swindle me out of my money. No, it's just like they're on to the next thing. Like, okay, this is what we're trying to accomplish. Let's hustle to it. Let's move. That's why you always see people, in movies or TV shows, or if you've ever experienced, individuals from up north, New York, Boston, Philly, those specific areas there, they're always moving. They're always moving. There's not a stroll. There's not a stroll to be found, during the week. Maybe on the weekends, but during the week, it's constant go. And that's how I felt. I was okay. Boom, boom, boom. Trying to get, a company started. Trying to develop things, for my business, and have a few business ideas that I want to try to get off the ground. Setting up my, little setup for, the podcast, the YouTube channel. Like I mentioned before, in the process of purchasing, my first home. I've always wanted my own home. Not to say, hey, I live here, but basically to have to make it a home. Make a house a home. A house is just a structure. A home is what you put into it, the love, the amount of caring and the understanding into it. So that way when people come to it, they feel the love, they feel welcome. They feel like this is a place of refuge for them, even though it's not their own. I always wanted that. Want to leave something for your kids. And I'm sure many of you, most likely feel that way as well. So a lot of it can feel overwhelming. You can kind of feel like, oh my gosh, if it's not one thing, it's another. What do I want to accomplish today? What do I want to accomplish this week? You can write any and everything down, on a to-do list or a planner like I do. Put it in your calendar. And then something else comes up. I want to add this. I want to add that. I want to add this. I want to add that. And you may be adding stuff that very same day that you did not intend to add, but it just comes to you. And sometimes it can be like that. It can be a kind of, almost like an ocean or a river current. It kind of pulls you in, and then it's like, okay, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. Next thing you know, it's time to go to bed, but your mind is still kind of going and going. And for many of us who are, if you have a creative mind like mine, it can take a while for your mind to kind of slow down to whereas you actually get any rest. Not sleep, rest. Rest is what your mind needs. Sleep is what your body needs. Rest. So you have to pump your brakes and realize that it's okay. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to take a small breather. Just don't stop. Just don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. P. Diddy. Just continue to kind of say, okay, let me get my bearings. Let me get my bearings. Let me see where I'm at and everything. Sometimes you may need a quiet place. You may need a woo-saw environment. You may need a woo-saw environment. And I like to use myself as an example because, of course, I'm not going to hit on every scenario that, you may be going through. Some of it may apply to you, some of it may not. And, of course, that's, that's why we have different experiences and we can relate to each other. That's why, I want you guys to hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Instagram. Cypher Da MC. CYPHER DAMC. CYPHER DAMC. Let me know your experiences. Let me know your thoughts. You can actually email the show, Cypher Da MC, CypherX Da MC @gmail.com. CYPHERX as an X-ray, DAMC @gmail.com. Let me know your stories. Let me know what you're going through. I may not be able to solve, and I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not here to solve anyone's issues or problems because I'm still working on me. Like I said, we're on this journey together, and I want to be as transparent as possible as far as either anything that I'm dealing with, anything that I'm going through, because it may help someone else. But definitely hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, send an email, say, hey, I have this issue, this problem. How would you approach it? How would you look at it? How would you kind of, and trust me, I will respond. I will respond. Because you have to have those moments where you kind of slow down and kind of reassess yourself. Okay. I have this done, I have this done, I have this done. Okay, this right here, before I get into that, let me take a breather. Let me take a break. I don't mean take a vacation or anything such as that, but if that is what you need, by all means, do it. If it's going to help keep you on track, you're not stopping. You're just taking a break. That's all a vacation is. It's just a relaxing break in the monotony of whatever you're dealing with. Right? That's all it is. But sometimes you need to just pump your brakes and enjoy what you've done thus far. No matter how small, no matter how big. It's okay to pat yourself on the back. It's okay to say, you know what? I'm proud of myself for doing this thus far. I know that I have a long way to go, but you know what? I've accomplished this so far. So kudos to me. Pat on the back for me. If no one else is patting you on the back, if no one else is saying, hey, I see what you're doing, I'm very proud of you for sticking with it. If no one else says that, no one else does that, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. It's okay. It's not, being cocky or anything like that. You're just proud of what you've done thus far because, believe it or not, for every one step that you're taking, someone quit at that step. Someone quit at that last step. Someone said, oh, this is too much for me. Someone said, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore. You know what, I'll come back to it in a few months or whatever. And they never pick it back up. So it is okay to pat yourself on the back, congratulate yourself. Heck, throw yourself a party. Get some snacks. And look at what you've done thus far and say, you know what? I know that I'm still on this journey, but hey, I'm happy that of what I've accomplished so far. But it is okay. It is okay to pump your brakes and to kind of take that time to, just say, hey, you know what? I realize I'm not done. But let me slow down before I, lose that fire. Sometimes you gotta fan that flame a little bit. You gotta fan that flame, get those embers burning white hot again. And before you know it, you'll have another idea or something else will come to you and be like, you know what? Okay, let me write this down. Remember from season 1, I told you guys, write things down. When you write things down, it's not only a commitment to yourself, but it also means, hey, this is worth remembering. This is worth doing. It's going to benefit you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It expands your mind when you write things down, when you keep track of things. We've become so dependent on technology and stuff that writing things down takes a new meaning when you kind of use an app to do it. But still, use that app. Don't try to hold on to the thought until the end of the day because likely you're going to forget it. So whenever it hits you, write it down. Continue to write it down, but again, do not stop. If no one else says it, I'm going to say it. I'm pulling for you. I'm pulling for each and every one of you. I'm rooting for each and every one of you. And I appreciate each and every one of you. No matter where you are in the world, no matter where you're listening to this podcast, definitely continue to download. And I got, more content coming to you. It's going to be a different feel this season. I'm going to get back to the 2 episodes a week format. But again, I had to kind of put my own brakes, trying to get things in order and things of that nature. So continue to download the podcast. Continue to subscribe on the YouTube channel, The Real Cypher TV. The Real Cypher TV, all one word. Continue to definitely support, whether it's by, PayPal, Patreon. Any and everything is appreciated. And is going to support the channel and continue to support the season as we continue to progress. And with that being said, this definitely concludes this episode here. Pump your brakes. It's okay. It's okay. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. The love, the support, the feedback. Again, reach out to me there on Twitter, Instagram. Send an email. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know, any topics that you feel that are unaddressed out there or something that you're going through. I promise to keep it anonymous unless you give me permission to use, your name and, initial and things of that nature. Because I want the show to be as relatable as possible. and to reach as many people as possible in this world. Yes, I said the world. I'm not a local guy. I'm not a local, thinker. I'm state, national, international. Heck, if I can go intergalactic, I would. I don't know how the aliens would respond, but still, I think big. So continue to progress, and no matter what you do, guys, it's been a blessing to be in front of you, to have you listen to this. Again, continue to download and support the channels, the podcast. And as you know, before you can love anyone else, you must first love yourself. And I am out this thing. Cypher Da MC, the Muhammad Ali of MCs. Cypher.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is. I will not lose.
Enter the cypher with your light.